Hello everyone, welcome to this watch review. So today I'll be reviewing the Casio GD-B500 G-Shock. This watch is relatively new. It's the thinnest and essentially smallest G-Shock Casio has made to date. That's kind of the main selling point. That's also kind of why I bought it. I don't like big bulky watches, so when I saw this one I was like, I need to have it. So that's why I bought it. I've been wearing it for about a month. So far, great watch. It works well. And we'll be comparing it with the SKEMEI Chinese knockoff. I haven't worn it yet. However, I've played with it. And I can already tell you it's a piece of junk. And we'll get into that in a moment. But first, I'll talk about each of these watches. So the first big difference is this retails for 165 Canadian before tax. However, you can't really find it for sale anywhere for that price. You're usually going to pay a little bit of a premium. So I paid $200 for it. Not much more, but $200. And we compare that to this one. This was $15 on AliExpress. So definitely major difference in price. So that's obviously the main thing to take into consideration here is, yeah, it's significantly worse, but for the price, I mean, is it worth saving, what, 10x, more than 10x, and buying this one, or do you spend 10x and get the Casio? So one difference you'll see right away is this is 20 bar water resistance, where this is only 5 bar. So unless you're doing some crazy diving or swimming, I doubt that's going to matter to you. The main problem I have with this SKEMEI is the legibility. So the G-Shock is already not that great. It has this black, I guess it's called an inverted display. It's a little hard to see in the dark. During the day, honestly, there's no problem. I have good eyes, so I can see it without any issue. Plus, you can just hit the light button, and it immediately solves any sort of legibility problem. However, this SKEMEI, I have to say, on an angle, I mean, it's literally useless. So if you're just walking, you kind of try to glance at your watch, you might not be able to see it. It comes up better on the camera, but trust me, to the naked eye, this is like really bad. Like that's already like, this is straight on. I can see it. Completely hard to tell what time it is. I can tell what time it is. I can't tell what time it is. So that's the major issue. So as soon as I took this watch out of the bag, looked at it, and I noticed that, I'm like, man, this thing's gonna suck. Like, it's such a major drawback. So, but also the light sucks. So this is like a proper backlight on the G-Shock, whereas this is like the light's coming from the top, and it looks terrible, and it doesn't do an amazing job. Like if you're in the pitch black, yeah, it's great, but yeah, definitely not good. I mean, again, it is like stupid cheap. I mean, for less than $20, can you complain? But again, in my opinion, and I'll keep going on with the review, but in my opinion, I'd much rather spend $200 on this versus this. Like, no offense, but this is like a kid's toy. Like, this is something you give to a kid. This isn't something you'd actually buy for yourself to wear. It's just crappy. The other main problem is it's much bigger, the SKEMEI. The whole selling point of the G-Shock was that it was, it's the thinnest, smallest G-Shock. So, yeah, I know this is supposed to be a knockoff, but it's obviously bigger. Let's see the width. So, the real G-Shock, it's 67.5 millimeters. And on the SKEMEI knockoff, it's 64.7. Let's just say 64.5. Oh, I'm tripping. What was it on? 67.5. Hold on, shit. This thing's not calibrated. There we go. I knew I was tripping. Okay, 41.2. Let's do that again. Hold on. Bear with me here, folk. 41.2, okay. This might not be perfect because I haven't used this thing in forever. I don't know how accurate it is. So it's 3 millimeters thicker, which is significant, right? Do one more, 44.3 and 41.3, 41.4. So yeah, much thicker. Let's see the thickness of it. This is 10.9. Hold on, make sure I'm getting a good 11.6. So actually not terrible on the thickness department, but I mean, again, like the thickness is definitely still, it's noticeably thinner, but not too bad. The other difference as well, if we look on the back side, actually looks exactly the same. They did a good job mimicking it. You get this bulge on the SKEMEI, whereas on the G-Shock you don't have that. So that could affect the comfort of it. Hold on, I'm fumbling these watches like crazy. I bought this because, honestly, I bought this because I was just curious to see how good of a knockoff it is. I wanted to see if I could regret buying the legit G-Shock, but I mean, definitely. The moment you like take this watch, you can tell this is like a cheap kid's toy. It's really. Now there is like a black version. I got this one because it's like, you know, cool. I guess it's like Gundam. But I would never wear this in public. This is this is just terrible. Looks like junk. And also, it just came with this tag on it. Came with this tag with the instructions in a plastic baggie. Whereas with the G-Shock, of course, you get the G-Shock experience. Pretty cool. I mean, as if you're going to keep this, but still. You know, like I said, I wore this watch for a month. So, definitely, like, superior quality, obviously, goes without saying. But also, this is actually a nice watch. And to tell you a bit more about this watch, before I finish comparing them, both watches come with a pedometer. So let's just go to the mode. So you can see there's 0 steps. I have 4,000 steps today. We'll go through both of the modes. You guys can have a look-see. Come on, there we go. So we have the stopwatch. This records your stopwatch, which I never use. We have timer, the world time, come on, alarm, and back to square one. They both have pedometers. Personally, I couldn't care less about the pedometer. I mean, it's like a fat people thing. But yeah, a bit more about this watch. So that's kind of where the comparison ends. The quality of the band of both watches is actually not bad. This band, I think I like this one better actually, but I'm sure this one will last way more long term. Like I said, the build quality, just the texture, like this watch is clearly, this one's clearly like cheap junk. This one feels like a proper watch. Another point is this watch does have Bluetooth. It is really gimmicky and like stupid and useless. I would never use it. The only real benefit of the Bluetooth is that you can find your phone by holding the search button. If you hold it, it will find your phone, and it'll like, your phone will ring really loud. The thing is, you have to have Bluetooth activated on your phone, and the app has to be in the background. If it's not going to connect your phone. That is something like, if we're being realistic, like where you're going to have the Casio app open in the background all the time, probably not. An app is super gimmicky, it's super buggy, it takes a minute to pair. The only real use of it is that you can see like your pedometer data in the watch, so you can see like your health log, and it kind of tells you how much calories you're burning, which is kind of cool if you want to, you know, keep track of that. But I mean, realistically, like whatever, it's like stupid. And the reason that sucks is because this watch only gets 2-year battery life because of the Bluetooth compromise, which is like a total joke. They should have just made the watch thinner and got rid of the Bluetooth or put solar charging. Instead, they did the Bluetooth nonsense. So maybe that's one thing this watch has going for it. The battery lasts more than 2 years, that's for sure. So anyways, so yeah, aside from the Bluetooth being a major bummer, this watch is actually really nice. It's really comfy. I've been wearing it for 2 weeks. Yeah, I mean, not much else to say. So as a final comparison, if you guys saw this watch on the internet, you wondered how it compared, and that's why you're watching this video. Well, I'll tell you right now, this watch, it's a joke of a watch, it really is. I mean, this is like a cereal box toy back in like the early 2000s. I don't know if you guys remember that. They used to put like watches and stuff. That's exactly what this reminds me of. I mean, it's just a cheap watch. I mean, what can you know, for 15 bucks, it's not bad. I mean, if you wanted to give like a little kid a gift or something, this wouldn't be a bad idea, but let me see what the search button does. It doesn't do anything. That's funny. This would just be to adjust the timer. I mean, it still functions as a watch, right? So I would say you can still use it as a watch, but obviously, like, it's just a cheap piece of junk. Anyways, guys, that concludes my review. I hope you guys liked it. Yeah, if you have any questions, let me know. I'm probably gonna give this watch to a friend. Just, you know, why not? Not like I'm ever gonna use it. So, is it worth it? Obviously, up to you. Do you want to pay, you know, 15x for this watch, or do you just want to not 15x, but it would be like 11, 12x, right? 15 bucks, 200 bucks. You know, I bought this watch because, to me, the fact that it's the thinnest, smallest G-Shock, it appealed to me because I don't like big, bulky watches. I hate when it gets caught on things and stuff. I just like a tiny little sleek watch, and it's a G-Shock, which is cool, so it's robust. You can take it camping and whatnot. You don't have to worry about, you know, damaging it or nothing. So, yeah, guys, that summarizes the review. Hope you enjoyed.